Hi, Bill Warren here back at Halls High School. Welcome. I will be here this year as the voice of the Red Devils, calling the high school football games for Diamond Clear Media. Halls has signed up this year to do that with them, and I'm looking forward to it. You may remember me last year as the voice of the Central Bobcat basketball, and they switched me over to Halls High School. Switched me over to the high school here at Halls because I teach next door, and I was really looking forward to getting back home to do the games here. So we'll be starting with football, but we want to introduce our new basketball coaches here at Halls High School. Excited to have them. Our new boys coach is Jonathan Smith, previously coached at Morristown East High School, and I'm going to let him kind of tell of his background and maybe follow up with a few questions with him. But Jonathan, we're glad to have you here at Halls High School. Just tell us a little bit about your basketball background, your coaching career, and that sort of thing.
Well, it's an honor to be here, and thank you for introduction. So I spent the last 3 years in Morristown East, where I was head JV coach, and I think our record was 43-16 over 3 years, and varsity assistant, and we kind of turned the program around there from a team that didn't win much to a team that was competing for a district championship every year. So that was an exciting turnaround. And I played at Rhodes College for 2 years, a small school in Memphis, and transferred to Carson Newman, where I graduated there and just completed a master's. And basketball has always been a passion of mine, and I just love to use it as a way to form relationships with guys and kind of teach them about life lessons. So I'm thrilled to be here.
Well, it's good to have you. You are teaching here as well, correct?
Yes, sir, I am. I'll be teaching U.S. World and U.S. Government, I think. So.
Good. Well, it's real good to have you. Just tell us a little bit about what you bring to the table, some philosophies, offensive philosophies first maybe.
Sure.
Then we'll get into the defense a little bit more after that. But offensively, is there a set idea or program that you like to run, or are you versatile, or just tell us a little bit about the offensive philosophies that you have.
Sure. Offensively, it depends on the personnel, but I'm going to watch them play before you kind of depend on what offensive philosophy I have. I've always been kind of a ball screen guy, and if we have good guards, kind of play off a ball screen and get to our shooters and kind of just let playmakers make plays. But in terms of shooting is a big thing for me. We're all going to shoot the ball. We're going to work on our jump shot and our form, and I hope to make all of our guys good shooters. As you see, Golden State all can shoot the ball. So that's where the game of basketball is going, stretch forwards and everything like that. So we'll try to incorporate shooting, and it'll be something we work on quite a bit.
Well, you got to outscore the other team to win, that's for
right.
sure. And I remember the bunch of kids that you've got now. They played for me actually in the middle school 4 years ago, and they weren't afraid to shoot it. Sure. You've got Jordan Corvette and Cody Scott and even Jordan Billiter, your big man, who isn't afraid to step out and shoot. So you're not going to have any trouble. You might have to ice their arms down a little bit after the games. And it's good to hear the versatility. I don't think you can go into a team without knowing your personnel and try to fit them into your philosophy. You kind of fit your own, and that's good. Looking forward to that. Yeah. Defensively, are you a press? Again, it's got to have to do with personnel, but you like to force tempo with a press or lay back? Or
Ideally, I would like to press. I think applying any kind of pressure at half court or full court is beneficial if you have length and speed, and so I'm going to kind of determine that once we start playing and seeing. But ideally, yes, I'd like to be kind of up-tempo. But, again, if we can't, then no need to force it. So
a lot has to do with numbers.
That's right, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To do that, play that kind of system.
You got that right.
As a JV coach in Morristown, the importance of a solid JV program, how important do you feel that is? I know that we have here at Halls, we've had kids that have played JVs when it got time to be at the varsity level, weren't ready. Is that part of, and even into the middle school? I know we have a new coach over at the middle school that you've told me that you know. So as far as building a program, what are some ideas that you've got as far as trying to get things built from the middle school level on up, or even at the rec league level on up, to work with some of those coaches?
Nate Sherrod is the new middle school coach at Halls, and he's a great guy, a great coach, and I'm going to get together with him soon, and we're going to talk about core principles that we're going to put in both programs so they know what to expect when they get to here in high school. In terms of X and O's, it's going to be different based on personnel, but I think there are things you can really enforce at a young level to get kids to develop, so when they step foot into Halls High School, it's the same sort of thing I'm looking for. And I think it's very important to be together on the same page with middle school and the high school and rec league and things like that. So we'll be out in the community showing kids, the importance of skill development and things like that. So, yeah, we're excited to be kind of a one team.
Well, I know a lot of programs around the area, and Maryville football comes to mind. They start from 8 years old on up, trying to get the coaches to buy in on that philosophy. And it's going to be good to have you here in the Halls community, working with the younger kids with Junior Pro, and actually have been a middle school coach in years past. I wish we would have had a little bit more of that continuity to the high school, and felt like we could have helped them along the way a little bit more. But it's good to have you here. That philosophy, we're looking forward to some good things. I think you're going to enjoy the kids that you've got. I had a lot of fun with them. They really love the game. They like to have a good time, but they'll work for you when they're ready to work. Sure. But Jonathan, it's so good to have you here, and look forward to calling your games here on down the road. Thank you. Thank you. We'll be right back in just a minute with the girls' coach, Tom Poisel.